The Armistice. The First World War had gone on longer than either side had expected, causing mass casualties and destruction to European infrastructure. The Armistice was an agreement to end the First World War and was signed between France, Britain and Germany on the 11th of November 1918. It was agreed that a peace conference would occur in Paris in 1919. The conference would be dominated by the main allies, or the Big Three. These were Britain, France and the USA. However, each leader had different ideas about their aims. Woodrow Wilson was President of the US. His aims at maintaining peace were directed towards strengthening Germany's democracy to avoid future wars. In a speech to Congress in January 1918, Wilson set an outline for the principles of peace, known as the 14 Points. This included a plan to set up a League of Nations, encourage free trade internationally, and promote self-determination and access to the sea for all nations. Wilson wanted to focus on building a fairer world in order to prevent war. However, Georges Clemenceau, Prime Minister of France, had different ideas for peacemaking. France had been devastated by the war, therefore Clemenceau was under pressure to get revenge on Germany and as a result wanted to punish Germany so they could no longer be a threat to France. He wanted to reduce Germany's military and expected huge reparations. He aimed to break Germany into smaller states, but knew other allies would not support this. Like France, Britain had also suffered severely as a result of the war and wanted some form of punishment for Germany. However, the British Prime Minister, David Lloyd George, felt that if Germany was punished too severely, it could lead to another war. He also wanted to strengthen Germany's economy so that it would be strong enough to trade with Britain. However, he disagreed with some of Wilson's points because he wanted to protect Britain's naval supremacy, and he was concerned that self-determination would threaten Britain's empire. Not all of their aims were achieved, partly because of the deep contradictions between the leaders of the Big Three. For example, for Wilson, the League of Nations was established, however freedom of the seas was not achieved and the peace treaty that was signed was still viewed as too harsh. For Clemenceau, Rhineland was demilitarised and Germany was forced to pay some reparations. However, he wanted Rhineland to be more independent, which was not achieved and the reparations received were still less than the cost of war. For Lloyd George, the German navy was reduced. However, Germany's economy was too damaged to trade with, and he also thought the treaty was still too harsh.